Y'all, this is not the time to be disobedient. I mean, it's never the time to be disobedient, but in this season, the Lord is calling us to radical faith and radical obedience to the instructions that the Lord has given us. I mean, there's so many of us in this season where the Lord has called us to do some things that really do not make sense. Like the Lord has called us to take huge steps of faith that may look crazy and may look unwise to those around us, but it is what the Lord has told us to do. So if you're in that season right now, I just want to encourage you to keep being obedient to the vision and the instructions that the Lord has specifically given you. Because number one, the Lord didn't give those instructions or that vision to those people that are mocking you, to those people that are speaking death over your visions and over the promises that the Lord has given you. Like, God didn't speak to them, He spoke to you. So He's expecting you to be obedient to what He told you to do. And also, I feel like sometimes the Lord will allow these things to happen to really test and see, like, are you going to be obedient to me, or are you going to fear man? Like, do you fear me or do you fear people more than you fear me? So it really tests to see where we're at in our obedience to the Lord. And also, this is just a reminder too, not to share all of your visions and share all of the things that the Lord has told you to do with everybody, because not everybody can handle that, and not everybody is at a place in their faith where they can believe with you and believe what God is saying. Not everybody is at that level in their faith. There's different levels, with faith. So if God has given you a word and He has told you to do something, please be very wise in who you share it with. And don't listen to the naysayers. Don't listen to the mockers, to the people that are looking at you like you are crazy, because it is only crazy until it happens. I think about all of the people in the Bible where the Lord gave them an instruction, the Lord gave them a promise, and it looked crazy. It looked like, how is this going to happen? And they were faithful, they were obedient, and they saw the fruits of their obedience. And if you remain faithful and you remain obedient to the Lord's instructions, you're going to see the reward. You're going to see the fruit of your obedience. And also, your obedience is not just about you, it's about so many people. So many people are connected to your obedience. I want to read this scripture in the Bible. It's Hebrews 11, and it says, "It is impossible to please God without faith. Anyone who wants to come to Him must believe that God exists and that He rewards those who sincerely seek Him. It was by faith that Noah built a large boat to save his family from the flood. He obeyed God, who warned him about things that had never happened before. By his faith, Noah condemned the rest of the world, and he received the righteousness that comes by faith. It was by faith that Abraham obeyed when God called him to leave home and go to another land that God would give him as his inheritance. He went without knowing where he was going." And if you continue to read on in Hebrews 11, it just talks about many of the people in the Bible that had extreme faith and how their generations were blessed because of their obedience and because of their faith. Like, literally, there was an inheritance for the generations to come. It wasn't just about them and that current moment, it was bigger than them. So I just want to encourage you, like, the vision that the Lord has given you, the instructions that the Lord has given you is bigger than you. It's about your family, it's about the world, it's about the nation, it's about your future generations. And keep in the faith, keep being obedient to what the Lord has told you to do, because you will see the fruit of your obedience. You may not see it now while you are building, but you will see it. When the rain comes, you're going to be grateful that you were obedient to the Lord's instructions and that you remained in the place of faithfulness. So, yeah, keep being obedient and keep your eyes stayed on the Lord. And if the Lord has spoken a word over your life, it's going to come to pass. It is already done.